The cop's nightstick cracked against Bella's wheelchair, sending her tumbling onto the cold Chicago pavement as protesters scattered in chaos. "Get out of my way, cripple!" he bellowed, his face twisted in rage, unaware that her lover was mere feet away, coiled like a spring. Claire's eyes narrowed, her Navy SEAL training kicking in. She didn't scream, she planned. In the heart of Chicago's bustling Loop District, where skyscrapers pierced the sky like defiant fingers, Bella Thompson wheeled her chair through the throng of demonstrators. It was a crisp autumn afternoon in 2025, the kind where the wind off Lake Michigan carried a bite, but the sun still warmed the faces of those fighting for justice. The protest was against police brutality, ironic in hindsight, with signs waving high. No more blue wall. Accountability now. Bella, 28, with her sharp wit and unyielding spirit, had become a vocal advocate after a car accident 5 years ago left her paralyzed from the waist down. She wasn't there to hide. She was there to be seen. Claire Ramirez, 32, walked beside her, their hands occasionally brushing. A subtle reminder of the bond that had blossomed in the unlikeliest of places. Claire, a former Navy SEAL, had served 2 tours in the Middle East, her body a map of scars from missions that tested the limits of human endurance. Discharged honorably after a IED blast nearly took her leg, she now worked as a private security consultant, training corporate execs on crisis management. But her real anchor was Bella, whom she'd met at a veterans support group. Bella's laughter had cut through Claire's post-service fog like sunlight through storm clouds. Their first date was at a hole-in-the-wall taco joint in Pilsen, where Bella's stories of growing up in the suburbs made Claire feel human again. As the protests swelled, tensions rose. A line of riot-geared cops advanced, pushing back the crowd. Bella positioned herself at the front, her voice amplified by a megaphone. "We demand reform. End the violence." Claire hung back, her instincts screaming caution. She scanned the officers, noting badges and faces. Old habits die hard. Then it happened. A burly cop, Officer Mark Harlan, shoved through the line. His eyes locked on Bella, who refused to budge. "Move it," he growled. When she didn't, he swung his baton, striking the armrest of her chair. The force tipped her over, her body hitting the ground hard. Pain shot through her shoulders, but it was the humiliation that burned hottest. Protesters gasped. Phones whipped out to record. Harlan loomed over her, sneering. "That's what you get for blocking the street." Claire exploded from the crowd like a shadow come to life. She was at Bella's side in seconds, helping her up, her voice a low thunder. "Touch her again and you'll regret it." Harlan laughed, but something in Claire's eyes, a cold, calculated fire, made him step back. The crowd surged, and in the melee, Harlan melted away. That night, in their cozy apartment in Wicker Park, Bella sat on the couch, ice pack on her bruised arm. The place was a mix of Bella's artistic chaos, canvases of abstract paintings leaning against walls, and Claire's military precision. Everything in its place, from the neatly folded blankets to the tactical flashlight by the door. "I'm fine, Claire," Bella insisted, her green eyes flashing defiance. "It's just a bump." Claire paced, her muscular frame tense. "He assaulted you, Bella. On camera. We can't let this slide." Her mind raced through options. File a report, go to the media, or something more personal. But revenge? That word echoed from her SEAL days, when justice was swift and unforgiving. Yet here, in civilian life, it had to be different. Or did it? Bella reached for her hand. "I love you for wanting to protect me, but let's do this right. Legally." Their fingers intertwined, a spark of warmth amid the storm. Claire nodded, but inside a plan was forming. She kissed Bella softly, tasting the salt of unshed tears. "For us," she whispered. The next day, Claire dove into research. Using her connections, she pulled Harlan's file. A history of complaints, brushed under the rug by the department. Bella, meanwhile, posted the video online. It went viral, hashtags like Justice for Bella trending. But as support poured in, so did threats. Anonymous calls, emails warning them to back off. "You don't know who you're messing with," one voicemail hissed. Claire's protective instincts flared. She installed extra security cams, taught Bella basic self-defense moves adapted for her chair. Their relationship deepened in these moments, Claire's strength complementing Bella's resilience. One evening as they cooked dinner together, Bella confessed, I was scared today, but with you I feel unbreakable. Claire pulled her close. We're in this together. Always. But doubt crept in. Was revenge worth risking their life together? The viral video ignited a firestorm. News outlets from CNN to local Chicago stations picked it up, painting Bella as a symbol of resilience against systemic abuse. Disabled activist assaulted by CPD officer. Headlines blared. Protests swelled outside the police headquarters, demands for Harlan's badge echoing through the streets. Bella and Claire gave interviews from their apartment, Bella's eloquence shining as she spoke of equality and reform. This isn't just about me, she said on a morning show. It's about every marginalized person who's been silenced. Claire, ever the strategist, connected with a civil rights lawyer, Elena Vargas, a sharp-witted Latina woman who'd taken down corrupt cops before. We have a strong case, Elena assured them over coffee at a downtown cafe. Assault, excessive force, plus the video. But the department will fight dirty. As the lawsuit brewed, cracks appeared in their world. Claire's old SEAL buddy, Tom, now a private investigator, offered to dig deeper on Harlan. For old time's sake, he said. Claire agreed, but something felt off, Tom's questions too probing, his eyes evasive. Meanwhile, their romance faced its own trials. Bella's pain from the assault flared up, old injuries reminding her of vulnerabilities. Nights were spent in quiet comfort, Claire massaging her shoulders, whispering stories from her deployments to distract her. Remember that time in Kandahar when I outran a sandstorm? Claire would say, eliciting Bella's laughter. But intimacy shifted. Bella felt fragile, Claire overprotective. I don't want to be your mission, Bella snapped one night after Claire insisted on escorting her everywhere. Claire recoiled. I'm just trying to keep you safe. The argument escalated, old wounds surfacing. Claire's PTSD from the war, Bella's frustration with her disability. They slept apart that night, the silence heavier than any explosion Claire had known. Reconciliation came at dawn. Claire found Bella staring out the window at the city lights. I'm sorry, Claire murmured, wrapping her arms around her. You're my partner, not a protectee. Bella turned, their kiss reigniting the fire that had drawn them together. We fight as a team, Bella said. Tom's report arrived. Harlan had ties to a corrupt ring within the CPD, covering up incidents for kickbacks. This could blow it wide open, Claire told Bella, excitement in her voice. They leaked parts to the media, watching as investigations launched. But then betrayal struck. Late one evening, as they returned from a strategy meeting with Elena, their apartment was ransacked. Papers strewn, laptops smashed. A note. Drop the suit or else. Claire's blood ran cold. Who knew their address? Suspicion fell on Tom. He'd visited days before. Confronting him at a seedy bar in Southside, Claire's voice was steel. You sold us out? Tom averted his eyes. They offered money, Claire. I got debts. Rage boiled, but Claire held back, her SEAL discipline prevailing. You're done, she said, walking away. The betrayal cut deep, a reminder that trust was fragile. With Elena's help they pressed on. The city buzzed with the scandal, public opinion turning. Harlan was suspended, but whispers of retaliation grew. One night, Bella woke to Claire staring at the ceiling. What if this destroys us? Claire confessed. Bella pulled her close. It won't. Our love is stronger than their hate. In that vulnerability their bond deepened, a romantic anchor amid the drama. As the court date neared, tension mounted. Claire trained rigorously, preparing for any threat. Bella channeled her emotions into art, painting scenes of empowerment. Their evenings became sanctuaries. Candlelit dinners, slow dances with Bella in Claire's arms, wheelchair forgotten. But the high came crashing. An anonymous tip led to Harlan ambushing Bella at a park rally. He cornered her, words venomous. You think you can ruin me? Claire arrived just in time, disarming him non-violently, her training shining. Police swarmed, arresting Harlan on the spot. In the aftermath, Claire held Bella, hearts pounding. It's over, she whispered. But was it? The arrest made national news. Corrupt cop taken down by victim's partner. Bella and Claire became icons, invited to speak at conferences on disability rights and LGBTQ+ advocacy. Their relationship, once private, was now public, two women in love defying odds. Claire's my hero, Bella told reporters. But we're equals in this fight. Yet the drama intensified. Internal affairs uncovered the corruption ring, implicating higher-ups. Threats escalated. Slashed tires, harassing calls. Claire's PTSD resurfaced. Nightmares of explosions morphing into visions of losing Bella. I can't protect you from everything, she admitted during a therapy session they attended together. Bella, ever empathetic, supported her. We're healing together. Their romance bloomed in small acts. Picnics in Grant Park, where Claire pushed Bella's chair along the lakefront, sharing dreams of a future, marriage, maybe adoption. Imagine us with a kid, Bella mused, her hand on Claire's, teaching them resilience. But betrayal's shadow lingered. Tom's confession led to his arrest as an accessory, but he revealed more. A fellow officer, Sergeant Reyes, had orchestrated the cover-up, and he was gunning for them. He's dangerous, Tom warned from jail. Claire went into overdrive, using her skills to gather evidence discreetly, surveillance, anonymous tips to feds. Bella worried. Don't become like them. Conflict arose when Claire considered confronting Reyes directly. It's too risky, Bella pleaded. Their argument peaked in tears. I love you too much to lose you to vengeance. Claire paused, the weight of Bella's words sinking in. You're right. We'll do it smart. They reconciled with a heartfelt talk, reaffirming their commitment. That night, passion reignited. Not explicit, but in the emotional closeness, whispers of forever. The climax built as the trial began. In the grand courtroom of the Dirksen Federal Building, Bella testified first, her voice steady despite nerves. Officer Harlan didn't just hit me. He attacked my dignity. The jury leaned in, moved. Claire followed, detailing the corruption. But Reyes, as a witness, twisted facts, accusing Claire of fabricating evidence. Gasps filled the room. Outside, protesters clashed with counter-demonstrators, chaos spilling over. During recess, Reyes cornered Claire in the hallway. You SEALs think you're untouchable, he sneered. Claire stood firm. Justice will prevail. But his words planted doubt. Had they pushed too far? Back home, Bella sensed Claire's turmoil. Talk to me, she urged. Claire broke down, confessing fears of failure. Bella held her. Our love is the real victory. In that moment, their emotional depth shone. Romance woven with vulnerability. The turning point came when Elena uncovered Reyes' financial ties to Harlan. Presented in court, it shattered the defense. The jury deliberated briefly, finding Harlan guilty of assault and corruption. Cheers erupted. But Reyes fled, evading arrest. Claire tracked him using old contacts, leading feds to his hideout in the suburbs. His capture was swift, no violence needed, Claire's intel the key. In the euphoria, Claire proposed on the courthouse steps, ring in hand. Marry me, Bella. Through every storm. Tears flowed as Bella said yes, the crowd applauding. Yet, humanism tempered the win. At sentencing, Bella spoke. I forgive you, Harlan, but society demands accountability. It was a moment of grace, highlighting growth. Their life post-trial? A blend of advocacy and quiet joy. Claire started a non-profit training disabled individuals in self-defense. Bella's art sold, proceeds funding causes. But scars remained. One evening, as they watched the sunset from their balcony, Claire reflected. Revenge wasn't swift, it was a journey. Bella smiled. And we walked it together. With justice served, Bella and Claire's world expanded. They planned a wedding in the spring, inviting friends from the protest movement and Claire's SEAL comrades. The venue, a lakeside pavilion in Lincoln Park, symbolizing renewal. Invitations read, celebrating love that conquers all. Drama didn't vanish overnight. Media scrutiny intensified. Tabloids digging into Claire's military past. A story emerged. During her service, Claire had a brief affair with a fellow female soldier, ending in heartbreak. Old flames, the headline jeered. Bella read it, heart-sinking. Why didn't you tell me? Claire sighed, sitting beside her. It was before us. I was lost then. The confession led to a raw conversation. Claire struggles with identity in the military's don't ask, don't tell era. Bella listened, empathy bridging the gap. Your past made you who you are, the woman I love. They emerged stronger, romance fortified by honesty. Betrayal echoed again when a supposed ally, a journalist named Mia, Leaked private emails for a scoop. Exclusive. Seals secret doubts in cop case. It painted Claire as vengeful, not just. Public backlash hit. Online trolls canceled speaking gigs. Claire spiraled, questioning everything. Maybe I am the monster. Bella wheeled closer, cupping her face. No. You're human. Their emotional exchange turned tender, reaffirming trust. We'll face this too. They countered with a joint op-ed in the Chicago Tribune. Our story, love, not vengeance. It humanized them, shifting narrative. Support surged, reminding them of community's power. As wedding prep unfolded, conflicts arose. Family dynamics. Bella's conservative parents, estranged since her coming out, reached out. We want to be there, her mom said tentatively. Claire encouraged reconciliation. Family matters. The meeting was tense, tears and apologies flowing. We're proud of you, her dad admitted. It added layers of humanism, healing old wounds. Claire's side brought levity. Her SEAL friends roasting her at the rehearsal dinner. From battlefield to bridal, one joked. Laughter mingled with stories of valor, grounding their romance in reality. The wedding day dawned bright. Bella, in a flowing white gown adapted for her chair, rolled down the aisle. Claire, in a tailored suit, teared up. Vows were poetic. In your eyes I found home, Claire said. With you I soar, Bella replied. Rings exchanged, a kiss sealed it amid cheers. Honeymoon in the California wine country. Accessible trails, intimate dinners. They reflected on the journey. From assault to altar. That cop swing changed everything, Bella mused. For the better, Claire agreed. Back in Chicago, they advocated tirelessly. Claire testified before Congress on police reform. Bella leading workshops on disability inclusion in LGBTQ+ spaces. Their story inspired books, a documentary. But a final twist. Harlan, from prison, wrote a letter of remorse. I was wrong. Your forgiveness humbles me, Bella replied. Grow from this. Claire nodded approval. Redemption for all. Their love, dramatic and deep, became a beacon. Evenings ended with dances in the living room, Claire lifting Bella gently. Forever, they whispered. Yet life threw curves. Bella's health dipped. A complication from the accident. Hospital stays tested them. Claire never left her side, reading poetry, holding hands. You're my strength, Bella said weakly. Recovery brought clarity. Adopt a child? They started the process, dreaming of family. In quiet moments, humanism shone, acknowledging pain, embracing growth. Their bond, romantic and resilient, proved unbreakable. Years passed, but the echoes of that fateful day lingered like a Chicago winter chill. Bella and Claire's marriage thrived, a testament to love's endurance. They adopted a spirited girl named Mia. Ironic nod to the betraying journalist, teaching her empathy and justice. Family outings to Millennium Park, picnics under the bean became rituals. Professionally, they soared. Claire's nonprofit expanded nationwide, empowering thousands. Bella's art graced galleries, her pieces evoking emotion, swirling colors of pain and triumph. Together, they co-authored a memoir, Wheels of Justice, a bestseller blending drama and romance. But shadows crept back. Reyes, released on parole, resurfaced in the news, reformed, speaking against corruption. Claire tensed. Can people change? Bella, ever humane, suggested outreach. Let's hear him out. The meeting at a neutral cafe was charged. Reyes apologized. I destroyed lives, including yours. Claire listened, anger simmering. Bella interjected. Forgiveness isn't forgetting. It's moving forward. Handshakes exchanged, a fragile peace formed. It humanized the enemy, adding depth to their narrative. Internal drama flared when Mia, now 10, faced bullying at school. They call me weird because of my mom's, she cried. Claire's protective mode activated, but Bella counseled, teach her resilience. They role-played responses, turning pain into power. Mia emerged stronger, echoing their journey. Romance evolved. Anniversaries marked with road trips, stargazing in rural Illinois. Remember our first protest? Claire would say. Bella laughed. The one where you became my knight? Kisses followed, passion undimmed by time. A major conflict arose. Claire was offered a high-profile government job in D.C., consulting on national security. It's a chance to make real change, she said. But it meant relocation. Bella hesitated. Our life is here. Arguments ensued, echoing early tensions. Claire's ambition versus Bella's roots. Betrayal felt personal when Claire interviewed without telling Bella. You went behind my back? Hurt flashed. Claire apologized. I was scared you'd say no. Tears led to soul-searching. Our love means compromise, Bella said. They decided against the move, prioritizing family. The climax. A national crisis. A string of police incidents mirroring theirs. Invited to the White House, they advocated for reform bills. Bella's speech moved the room. Justice isn't revenge, it's equity. Claire stood proud, their hands linked. Back home, reflection deepened. We've come far, Claire mused on their balcony. Bella nodded. From heartbreak to hope. The ending was humanistic, not fairy tale perfect. Health scares, societal pushback persisted, but their bond endured. Mia grew into an activist, inspired by her mom's. In twilight years they sat by the lake, Claire pushing Bella's chair. No regrets, Claire said. Bella smiled. Only love. Their story, dramatic, emotional, romantic, proved that from ashes of injustice, humanity could rise. Swift revenge transformed into lasting change.